If you dedicate the entirety of your life to telling everybody you know someone is a horrible person for calling you a psychopath, chances are you're the psychopath.
Yeah, you're probably a psychopath.
What a wonderful way to start a stream. Also, fuck YouTube. Okay, anyways. So now that I've gotten those obligations out of I told you I'm literally starting every stream with it from now on.
No, I don't blame you. It's just
AI-driven sack of whale piss tied up in a 5-gallon Ziploc bag.
Yeah, see, like, here's the thing. YouTube is a platform that we upload our VODs to. That's just what it is. That's just what it's like.
Mm-hmm.
There's no other platform we can really use unless we want to use Dailymotion, but no one uses Dailymotion. So, like, it's something. It sure is something. That's all I can say. Because they're going through their support system, I have realized it is entirely automated. Even their Twitter account has got to be automated to some degree. Like, there's no fucking way that people would be that dense.
Jesus, Zippy. Damn,
Also, wait,
Zippy,
did I just hear?
Hear what?
Did I just hear fucking? What did Zippy do? How much? I can't see right now.
It's just like he subbed tier 1.
Oh, fucking thank you, Zippy.
Say that any more fake, we're gonna have to check to see how many rings it has.
But listen, man, my voice is fucking shot. I was in all-day meetings. I had to record voice acting immediately after. My voice is like fucked. So, you know, it's absolutely wonderful that this is what we're streaming today. I'm gonna cry. Oh, Jesus. Fuck. No, it's gonna be fun though. I'm excited for the reactions people are gonna have to this case in particular. This is this is basically a prologue case. This is the setup to the finale.
How much? A prologue is the setup to the finale.
Well, you'll know what I mean. You'll know what I mean when we get into it. I mean, you already saw it last time. It's another Mia case. It's literally her first case ever.
Yeah.
And yeah. Sorry, I need a second to like just get the energy going. But yeah. The game is wrong? What do you mean the game is fuck shit, goddamn.
Professional Twitch streamer Daniel Bandicoot fucking up immediately.
Again, it's always one thing. It's one tiny minor thing during the stream. I just updated it. There we go. It's all good now.
Homie, everything is great. It is the same goddamn thing though. Is the problem? Every time you're like, it's one thing. It is always the same one thing.
It is not always the same one thing. Oh, by the way, for subscribers, y'all have a new emote to play with, or at least you fucking should. I thought I activated it. Hold up. Is it not live yet? No, it's live. Here you go. Have fun, guys. Courtesy of the wonderful Siriton, aka Bobbert, it is me dead in the Family Guy death pose. Which is something that I am sure will never be used because there is never a reason to use it, ever. Not even once. Anyways.
Is there a way to do GIFs of these?
There are animated emotes, but let me check to see if we unlock
what
those.
If when I start doing my playthroughs and shit, and I'm in the foreground, I want my death one to be like me done up as Link from A Link to the Past, spinning around and face planting.
Yes, that would be so perfect.
Because I constantly reference anytime I'm like deadbeat exhausted.
I'm always like, shit! We have 10 slots for animated emotes. So that is something that we can do. Holy shit, I didn't realize we had that many. Yeah, we have 10 standard, 10 animated slots. Don't know when that happened. But fuck yeah. Also, do you want to hear a fucking fun story before we get started here?
Yeah.
So, I've been carrying a toothpick in my toe for the past 24 hours. Without realizing it. Dago, thank you for the resub. So, here's how that happened. Yesterday.
You don't say.
Yeah, so here's what happened.
Was your toe picking its teeth?
No. Here's what happened. So, surely you would feel that. You would think. This is gonna be... I don't know how the fuck this happened. So yesterday, so I had a toothpick laying on my desk or something apparently, because yesterday Myth did some cleaning while I was at work, and he did a bunch of dusting and everything. Apparently the toothpick was landed on the floor. We have carpet, so it was like buried in the carpet. And it's not the short carpet, it's like the medium length stuff. It's not shag, but it's not super short. Like, you guys know what I mean. And so it was hidden in the carpet. I was coming out of the bathroom. Hey, No Leaf Clover, thanks for the follow, dude. Ugh, God,
hey,
I cannot talk today.
By the way, No Leaf Clover is the dude we're going to be raiding tonight.
Yeah, boy.
Yep.
So
he's a friend.
I am excited to see what he does tonight. I was checking out some of his stuff before stream. He's funny, dude. I like him. So I was walking out of the bathroom, and I'm a person. I don't really pick up my feet when I walk. And I tend to slide my feet across, like I drag a little bit, like especially if I'm like, you know, just walking around the house. I had socks on, okay? This is the fucked up thing. So apparently, I drag my foot across the carpet in the exact way that the toothpick jams against the floor, goes under the nail of one of my toes, snaps off, and I just see it like on the floor. Then I pick it up and I look at it and I'm like, okay, it doesn't look like it snapped off, but fuck, that hurt, because it snapped off in such a way that it looked exactly like the nub, like a nub of like a toothpick. It didn't look like it had snapped at all. So I just go through so I go through the rest of my day, rest of my night. I sleep, everything's good. I get up today, I, put on a new pair of socks, because that's what you do. If you're clean, be clean, be hygienic, just wear new clothes every day. And I walk to work. Yes, I walk to work. I walk like 3 or 4 city blocks to work in dress shoes. No discomfort, no pain at all, nothing. I'm walking around the office all day. No pain, nothing. I walk home the same amount. No pain. I go and take a shower, and then I'm like, everything is great. And then, like, I go to the kitchen to heat up some dinner, get some tea, and then I suddenly, out of nowhere, I feel the socks that I put on after the shower brushing against my nail. I'm like, what the fuck? That hurts. Blue Doggo, yes, that's Dandy. Hi, I'm Dandicoot. My name is Dan, and I'm a Bandicoot.
Professional Twitch streamer Daniel Bandicoot once again being mistaken for a dog.
I'm used to it. But anyway, so the sock is brushing against my fucking nail. I'm like, did the nail get slightly tilted up or something? Like, did I rip my nail a little bit yesterday? And so I take off my sock, and I sit on the floor, and I look, and I'm like, why is there something sticking out of my nail? What is that? And I poke it, I'm like, fuck. And then I realize, hey, Myth, dear, go get the tweezers. And then he goes and gets the tweezers, and I just try and pull it out, and I manage to get it the tiniest little millimeter out. And then all of a sudden, my fucking, it was ridiculous. My fucking toe shoots the fucking thing out the rest of the way, and I'm like, oh my fucking god. And I slowly pull it out, and I'm like, how the fuck was that in there all day? I didn't even notice it until that moment. There was no pain whatsoever for 24 hours. So yeah, for all of today, I was just carrying a toothpick under my nail and didn't even notice.
Well, now that everybody here is thoroughly fucking disgusted and wants to throw up, meals having been eaten be damned.
I'm sorry. It's one of those things that it's so fucking ridiculous. There is no words. When the attack lags so long, the damage gets delayed after the victory screen. Yeah, for real. Yeah, I turned off my pain inhibitors in that moment, and that's when I realized, fuck, what is that?
Dandy. Ice Wolf, turn off my pain inhibitors. No. What?
Dandy is a slowpoke confirmed. Yeah, basically. Also, yeah, you remember this dude?
Yes.
Yep.
I remember fucking Suavemente Gato.
Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando. I didn't say... So, Diego Armando, the finest attorney at Grossberg Law Offices, is here for me? No. You got it all wrong. Today, you're the finest. After all...
Oh, shit.
God damn it, Ice. Zippy, thank you for the gifts.
I'm playing that every time he says Diego Armando. I'm playing that sound.
Oh no. Has there been a Pokemon based on a Bandicoot yet? No, there hasn't, and I'm depressed about it. Okay, leave me alone.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Lucario exists.
That is based off a Jackal, not a Bandicoot.
How would you know?
Anubis aesthetic. That is straight up.
Really? That's Anubis aesthetic. I don't remember Anubis having no goddamn fucking needles coming out the back of his goddamn hands. I don't remember Anubis throwing no Hadoukens. I don't remember Anubis fucking being blue or having dreads or having a big fur collar. In fact, I specifically remember Anubis having a whole lot of shit that he don't got. What you may be mistaking him for is the pal that's based off Anubis, whose name is fucking Anubis. That might be what you're getting confused with.
Speaking of, Mizu just posted it.
Yeah.
By the way, Pal World launches on the 19th of this month. I swear to God, we are gonna find a way to stream that shit. We're gonna do some play tests before streaming to make sure, like, okay, no, all is good. It's a stable game. It is technically early access, but it should be stable.
Here's the thing. If that runs well on our machines, that's Saturday stream.
Oh, absolutely. It's up to 32 players.
And if anybody has problems with that, my Anubis is gonna punch you in the dick. So
I am going to have. I don't even know what I'm gonna have on my team. I want the Bowser. I want the Bowser pal. I want that one. Anyways,
Bowser Chew.
It's like, it looks like a lava turtle with spikes on its shell. It's literally just Bowser, and I fucking love it.
Schmegmizor.
Is Power World the game where you can pick up wild animals to use as riot shields against machine guns when you aren't using them as slave labor in manufacturing plants? Yes, it is.
Yes, that's
it is Pokemon, but gritty, and I'm so happy. And I'm so hyped.
It's Pokemon if real people were doing it.
Like,
don't even pretend that this isn't a case of like real people are horrible, and that is that's literally what they would do.
Yup.
Like, there's no way they wouldn't.
Wait, Stream Elements, why are you just now saying I'm live? What? Are you high? It took 13 minutes for that bot to respond. It must be having problems tonight. Anyways.
We could check on it.
Yeah, I mean, it should be fine.
Stream Elements bot, what's wrong with you? How dry I am.
Yeah, it's pretty high. Okay. That's fine.
How dry I am.
Hey, Zippy wants to tell us something, apparently.
How dry I am. That's nice. What's up?
I have no idea. He just says hey, Ice and Dandy. What's up, Zippy? Yeah, I'm gonna start reading this shit. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine. An escaped death row convict for a first client. Yeah,
By the way, we did make a switch. I am going to be playing the Death Row client.
Yeah, I figured you would. Otherwise I'd be voice. By the way, how's your Canadian accent?
Well, I'm gonna put it to you this way. Which part of Canada?
I'll leave that up to you when the time comes.
Well, you're either going to get a real Canadian accent, me impersonating Keen, or me impersonating Rez.
I'm gonna let you decide.
So, no. How much French does this guy randomly speak?
None.
Then I ain't doing Rez.
Relax, I just heard some good news. What game? Prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well. Really? However, like a certain somebody who I won't mention, he's earned the reputation as a genius since beginning his law career. Genius? Well, it's about time to head in, kitten. Sharpen those claws of yours, it's go time.
It's kind of gay.
Solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. And that's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him, but not me. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple, childlike voice, I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth.
Okay, so are we trying to get him unconvicted of what he went in for, or unconvicted of escaping?
You'll see.
My dude over here being like, I did not have sex with that woman.
Canadian judge. He back.
Court is now in session for the trial at Terry Falls.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Do you want me to do Edgeworth as well?
I can do a young Edgeworth based on you. Actually, you do like read this in young Edgeworth's voice real quick and I'll impersonate you.
The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor.
Well, I'm gonna hate myself for the next 3 hours, but I can do it.
Yeah, just basically...
I understand the law. It's like, I understand the lawyers from both sides are newcomers.
So, take the Edgeworth I usually do and give him the prissiest, most pretentious fucking tone you can.
Yeah, I got it. Because he was up his own ass when he was younger.
He was up his own ass and freshly trained by Von Karma. In case his outfit didn't give that away.
So wait, does that mean you technically are going to lose this trial by default because he had a flawless record before he met Phoenix? You already know the outcome.
You sure do. Yes, Your Honor. I'm Mia Fey.
Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor.
I love it.
So you're the new prosecutor everyone's talking about, eh? Yeah, they say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age. At 20, Your Honor.
Guess our little kitten hasn't earned herself much of a reputation yet, huh? Come on, Mia. You can't lose, not to someone younger than you.
Young people running a trail. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Now then, the defendant in this case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon, is that correct? Precisely.
Also, I just want to point out young Edgeworth, his eyelashes are so much more defined than his other sprite.
That's because I groom myself.
But the defendant is not on trial for escaping prison. On the day that the defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered. So, we're here to determine if Mr. Falls was responsible for her death? You got it, kitten.
Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement. Yes, Your Honor. It was 5 years ago. The defendant, Terry Falls, was sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old. That's a horrible crime. I remember it pretty well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted. Correct. But in the end, what finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony.
Look at how adorable he looks. Look at how cute he is. Look at the little adorable little Edgeworth trying to be a big shot. Oh, look at him. I
Did your daddy dress you in that, Edgy?
I know. It's like I don't know how they managed to make him look so like indefinitely Edgeworth, but also yes, this is one of Von Karma's court mannerisms from the first game, so you can tell he's still very much licking the boots of Von Karma.
Yeah.
It's just he looks so adorable. Look how
He's a little baby. A little baby.
Sippy, thank you for the donation. Holy shit.
Little baby.
A witness's testimony.
The testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted this criminal.
Also, that last name should be familiar.
She arrested Mr. Falls at the scene and later testified against him. She said she witnessed Mr. Falls throw his young victim into the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered.
So Ms. Hawthorne's testimony was the one that put him away.
That policewoman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be, Exactly. The victim. The same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. Aha! Okay, I see that right there. All right. The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago. With only one thing on his mind, to take revenge against the woman who convicted him. Well, ain't that just a kettle of fish? All right, the truth is becoming clear to me now. I think I can pass judgment.
Huh?
Yep. It's quite obvious that the defendant is guilty.
Wait a minute, that's not right. At least hear the case before you decide on the outcome, Your Honor.
Hell. Watch yourself, Miss Faye. I'm not sure I care for a word choice or your tone of voice or your vagina there. Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders.
Why, you're even younger than me, you hypocrite.
Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, why don't you call your first witness? I call the detective who was in charge of the initial investigation of this case.
Told you it was beige.
Witness, state your name and occupation. Gumshoe, Dick Gumshoe. I'm a homicide detective in charge of this case, sir.
That's the same jacket, by the way.
Oh my god. So he's still wearing like a dirty t-shirt underneath, I've known. Okay, so how long in the past
This
are
is
we
7
here?
years ago. 7 years.
Motherfucker's still nicking himself during shaving, huh?
Yep. Let me just see how old he is here. 26. 26.
How old is Edgeworth?
20. Also, I fucking love this fucking picture of it.
What an enormous resting bitch face you have, Edgeworth. Are you sure that's not his fucking driver's license photo?
Right? Meanwhile, fucking Diego here, 27. Senior and rival at the office. A bit smug.
If you don't respect my authority, I'm going to tell Papa. I finally got promoted to the detective division half a year ago.
I don't believe anyone asked you about that.
Hey, ma'am, you got any idea how much work it takes?
What is it? Were you gonna finish that?
You're really gorgeous.
Excuse me?
No, seriously, my heart is just aching for you. Detective, pull yourself together and try to be a professional. Otherwise, I'll write you up on contempt so quick that something other than your heart will ache.
You know, I feel like I don't know which one is worse, being written up on contempt or salary slashing. I don't know which one is actually worse.
Oh, okay, I got it. Detective, tell us about their incident. Yes, sir, right away. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran at the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. Yeah, that much is already stated in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself. Yes, sir. I got you. Okay. Let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here. This is a sketch of Dusky Bridge. It's an old suspension bridge. And the river that runs underneath the Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met here, on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. He was recaptured at a police checkpoint as he was trying to make his getaway, sir.
Are the judges Time Lords? I don't know. They do like stick around for like ever and don't seem to age. I don't know, man.
I see. What? Why Shussy Bridge?
Shussy Bridge. No, it's guys, it's Dusky Bridge. Dusky. God.
I would have accepted Musky. I would have accepted Husky. Shussy is just a reach, guys. Come on. Get on your fucking A game, guys. Come on. Sorry,
You
Riley,
can't, you can't expect us to carry the whole show. Come on, guys.
Yeah, come on. Do some work here, people. Come on. That 400 followers really gone to their head.
Yeah,
the big time assholes.
Ooh, it's starting early.
Was the victim's blood found on the bridge? The victim, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Unfortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge. Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjectures. If there was no blood on the bridge and you had no proof that they even met there. Your Honor, if you would listen to the testimony we have prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day. Why, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm not sure I like you wagging your finger at me as though I was some hoser. Detective, proceed with your testimony, please. Yes, sir.
Here we go, Mia. Hang on. Okay, now, listen carefully, kitten. One little mistake and this guy'll drink you for morning tea. Trust me and get ready.
Pardon me while I put my elbow here and mansplain to you. No, I'm sorry.
Seriously. Like, they literally play it as, like...
I adore him. He's like, I have the penis and you're wrong.
That's literally, like, the sort of vibe they're going for with them. And Mia's just, like, the kind of woman that she's like, fuck off. Like, it's great.
What a strong character arc we've got going.
Right?
On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time. Sorry, you're so pretty. And met with Miss False. And there she was brutally murdered, sir. The criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Man, I'd love to stuff her, but Mr. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain.
Oh my god.
Mr. Seed? Oh, wait, sorry. Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge.
Mr. C.
Naturally. Now, would the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination?
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination coming right up.
You don't have to say any more. Guilty. Sorry.
Hey,
sorry,
hey.
Jumping the gun a little. Sorry about that.
Settle down there, kitten. Keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee. I'm not trembling. It's just cold in here. Courtroom can be a cold battlefield, all right. Especially for a beginner. I don't need you to worry about me. I mean, the defendant, the witness, everyone's a beginner in here. You got me there. Maybe you should keep your claws out and show him what you got. kitten. It's okay.
Oh,
Stay
boy, this Armando guy, he sure is a real character. He's just in there. Are you trembling because my 12 inches is just slightly hanging out under the table? Like fucking.
He really is like that.
It's just like he is just like smooth talking the vagina right off of her. She's just sitting there like, "Oh, is it hot in here?" Like everybody's just a little bit horny in this court case. I've noticed.
Yeah,
Like Mia's
you're gonna
kind of
regret
a
that
little
later.
bit. Mia's kind of just a little bit horny for not Gatos. A lot bit horny for Mia.
They were gonna get married, dude.
I know. The judge is horny for local Canadian hockey team.
Poutine.
Edgeworth is horny for Von Karma.
God, please don't put that image in my brain.
I
Just
mean,
remember-
honestly, that banging on the forehead thing on the wall, if you just aimed lower,
Please. No.
just that Von Karma Gluck maneuver.
Why would you put those words in the sentence in that combination to get no. I don't. Zippy,
Zippy.
Zippy, don't you dare gift sub that. No, don't reward
Zips.
that. No. God damn.
Starting off strong. We are not even. We're just a little over 30 minutes into it.
God. The Gluck
Ice,
maneuver.
please.
Yeah,
Ice,
I know.
please stop. Ice, please stop traumatizing the chat. Look, all right, we all have our strengths that we like to bring to this platform. If you want literally anything else, I'm sure there's a bunch of other wholesome and/or horny furries out there that you can follow. We're the only one that brings the vileness and the horror to the furry fandom. Nick Nocturne literally out there been like, welcome to my Twitch chat where we talk about horror. I'm like, gluck maneuver, and even Nick's like, come on, man. Stop.
You are a force to be reckoned with.
I'm gonna mention the It's like, hey Nick, at timestamp 3222, you were mentioned following the word gluck maneuver.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Nick's just gonna be like, I'm not navigating to that timestamp.
No, I don't expect it to. Thank you. The first time that someone's used that fucking emote and it is being used for something appropriate. Hop, thank you for the biddies. Fucking. Just remember there's court procedure videos you stayed up all last night watching.
So, you single?
No.
It's like Dick Gumshoe's just being out here just being a fucking creep.
I think.
The criminal stuffed their body.
Hold
You know,
on.
the
I'm
only
gonna
thing that
have
really
to...
sucks is that young Dick Gumshoe sounds way too much like the judge, because I put a little bit of Canadian swag on Dick Gumshoe normally. I was like, fuck. So it's like like the judge's voice I have to keep putting in a higher and higher register when they talk back to back.
Yeah. This.
By the time we're done, fucking Dick Gumshoe's gonna sound like my normal talking voice, and the judge will sound like he's snorting fucking helium.
Unknown. This unknown person. You have no idea who it might be, right?
Sorry, but I'm afraid I do.
What?
The one who called Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant, Terry Falls. Okay, hold on. The defendant called her. Yes, Sergeant Hawthorne was very thorough. She was a very handsome, pretty thorough person, sir. She left a note about her phone call with Mr. Falls.
A note?
Yeah, you know,
Hey, Journey.
the thing that happens when you take a piece of paper and you write on that piece of paper, that's a note, in case you didn't know. Also, thanks, Journey, for a fucking... Thank you. Yes. My fantastic... So-called fucking... Yeah, it's been a hot minute. Yeah, a top secret memo that she left on her desk.
Alright. Let's see what this says. February 14th. Oh, Valentine's Day. How romantic. 1:21 p.m. Falls. 4:30 p.m. at that bridge. Wear white scarf for identification. Talk to Dahlia. tell her this time the whole truth must come out.
Gillespie or? No, we're not. We don't. Okay, we don't know Silent Hill. Got it.
No,
According to
sorry.
this note, it seems that the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Falls.
Oh, god damn it. Whose bright idea was it to keep that note from me? Looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up, never ask a question if you don't already know the answer. It's that detective's fault. He's the one who said that unknown person.
Hey, no, don't make that face at me. I just said it that way because the prosecutor told me to.
Is that a trap? You know, with that cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky. Whoops, I meant to click this. There we go. A bridge up in the mountains, but why meet there?
Because it's a very important place to the fucking god. The voices are too similar. Because it's a very important place to the defendant, that's why. What do you mean by that? His voice got even higher, like I said.
Well, another octave higher.
If you remember, 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chased onto a bridge, and that's where, and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all of this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge. And the very place where Sergeant Hawthorne arrested the handcuffed Mr. Falls.
Returning to the scene of the crime. How nostalgic. Oops. Was the body of the victim discovered right away?
Yeah, we were really on the ball. We found the criminal within 1 hour of the murder. It was great! We even got to say, "Don't move, we got you surrounded."
Wait a second. Isn't there something weird about that? Location was a suspension bridge up in the mountains. How did they find out about the crime so quickly? Sergeant Hawthorne must have mentioned the phone call to someone else, right? Huh. That's what had happened, then she wouldn't have been killed.
She never mentioned the phone call from Mr. Falls, but she left a note on her desk about it. If only I had noticed it earlier, maybe she'd still be alive.
I wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone. Mr. Falls had a car then?
Well, the bridge is way up in the mountains, man. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right? Hey, what? Do you mean the defendant drove his own car? No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Car thieves. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that, car thieves.
Not sure how I feel about that kid.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. I'm not sure about. Fuck it.
I fucked the line up so bad, and now I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that one, kid. There we go.
Is this guy sure about how he feels about anything?
Well, I mean, if we're talking about how sure I feel, I'd love a date, maybe. The date of the crime. This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk. Naturally, that's the body of Valerie Hawthorne there. Whoa, that doesn't look too comfortable.
No, it does not. The victim. She was stabbed in the back, correct?
Yeah.
For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back. Talking about a woman here, jackass.
You can't tell from this photo, but, the knife was stuck. Fucking God! The knife was stuck in her back from nice. Ooh. The knife was stuck in her back, nice and firm. Yeah, the condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car? Here's... Jesus Christ. Why does she look pretty? That, like, bothers me.
Yeah, like, that's a corpse. But, like, she was, like, freshly dead. Her body was still probably warm in that picture. That's the depressing thing. Also, yeah, there's a lot of strangeness here, Gumshoe. Oh, wait, no, I didn't want to do that. For fuck's sake! No, 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 no. No, fuck off. I have this right. I know this is the right. I always get this wrong. Wear a white scarf. Fuck you. Witness.
What is it? Do you have something to say, Miss Faye?
I'm sorry. I totally forgot what I was gonna say. This is the first time I've ever had to actually address someone like that.
You should probably have practiced before coming to court. Like, sit in your car and, like, say objection over and over or something. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this.
Say there, little kitten. Want a piece of my coffee candy? Candy? Really? Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee. Come on, Mia, shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective!
Oh, yeah. Yes, ma'am.
This photo. You said there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim.
Note?
It very clearly says, wear white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like, thus this special request. Hey, take care, No Leaf. We'll see you later, dude.
Drive safely.
I have one very simple question for you, Detective. Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo.
Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am.
And you stopped there? You should have looked for it.
Okay. Now, the caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I'd expect she'd just do that, you know? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what you gotta say about this? I see the defense is a little lacking.
What?
The scarf you're searching for so desperately is the one or is this the one, perhaps?
I swear
is
to God,
it this? Is it this one, perchance? God, right?
No, it's the fact that he uses perchance. Who the fuck says perchance, you prissy?
People that unironically wear an ascot or a cravat.
You know what? That's a good point.
Where did you find that, sir? On Dusky Bridge. It was there. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation. Because screw the forensics team, I have money. Why? Why didn't you tell me? I made the decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It's the safest place I know.
Huh. That hotshot sure has a flair for the dramatic.
Oh boy, the pot just called the... It's not exactly white as the caller requested. But as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for. It looks like it spent some time in the mud. Oh no, I needed to wipe my ass at one point and thought it would work, so I reached into my trust... No, I'm sorry. Not surprising, it was drizzling on the mountain that day.
No, he used it to wipe his mouth, that fucking shit-eating grin. Prosecutor Edgeworth. He was intentionally hiding that scarf the whole time.
The court will accept the scarf in the evidence. Now, if the attorney for the defense is finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is all right with you, isn't it, Miss Faye?
Boy, would I like to wrap a scarf around his smarmy little neck.
Very good. Now, if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business, the prosecution moves to establish conclusively and with hard evidence that Miss Hawthorne and Mr. Falls did indeed meet on the bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there. Now that sounds quite promising. I can't wait to hear all that bullshit. Let's go.
Everything is moving at his whim. Don't forget, kitten. There's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius. A genius, huh? Your Honor, the prosecution is being a bratty sub.
Wow. Wow. All right. All right, we're going there, I guess. Holy shit. Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the Vic wearing the scarf, sir. It was drizzling that day, unfortunately, and it's a little hard to see what was going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. That must have been when the scarf fell off.
How would he have stabbed her in the back? When they were
if she fell like it was a fucking... You really get the sense that this bridge is very high up.
They're facing one another.
It's about a 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below. Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway? Let's just say that it was a well-intentioned third party. Aha! A potential witness! So why isn't this person in the courtroom? Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify. The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify. I'm not sure how I feel about that. This judge sure as fuck ain't not sure about how he wants to feel, huh?
Yeah, he's not sure of anything.
So, as you can see, Terry Falls had both motive and opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge. Aha, the truth is becoming clear to me now.
Huh?
Yeah, it's quite obvious he's clearly guilty.
Not again, that's not fair. I haven't even done my cross-examination yet.
So about that.
What do you mean?
Well, you know, it's you know, up here in Canada, we do things a little different, and to hell with you, lady. What?
Just Christ. Let's see if we can get anything. Who is this eyewitness?
She's a college student.
A female
started
college
off way too high
student.
then. Yes, they believe it or not, they do exist. That's right, meaning she's female and a college student, ma'am. Well, he's sassy too for some fucking reason.
Right? Everyone is sassy in the third game. Everyone.
What the fuck? He has yet to be humbled by having the same wage as a McDonald's employee.
Yeah, he's a little cocky. He's a little big for his britches right now. Zippy,
She
thank you for the
doesn't.
donation.
She doesn't do well in front of other people, so I came to testify for her.
Maybe so, but as the attorney for the defense, I have the right to cross-examine her.
Hold on. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good.
For the time being, we're not relying on the witness's statements. That is all.
What is that supposed to mean?
The prosecution has other more decisive evidence. Our case doesn't rest on the vague testimony of a female college student. Female college student, eh?
They are really hammering on this female college student bit.
Yeah, it means she's female and a college student, sir. You absolutely, if you must absolutely, I'm sorry, they really are making a big deal out of the fact that she is both female and a college student. Like, what the fuck?
It's kind of.
It's like a running gag that's like really weak.
Really trying to remind you of something, I think.
Yeah. If you absolutely must hear her testimony, you'll have to give us a good reason why. Now, please tell us more about the decisive evidence in question. That she's female and a college student.
The victim is wearing a scarf in that photo, all right. So, about the witness who took this photo. What was this person doing all the way in the mountains?
Well, she was taking photos of wild flowers, apparently. There are many unusual types of flora on that mountain, Miss Faye.
Yeah, you look like the type that would know about that.
People in the area say it's because of the spirits that live there, Miss Faye. Spirit! Whoa, okay. I don't do so good with ghost stories, all right? So let's, now that you mention it, this photo, just this cloudy fog-like thing. Is that a ghost? That's a ghost, isn't it? Oh shit! I don't believe it. That, no, Your Honor. No, I don't think that's a ghost. I think that's a cloud, Your Honor.
Drizzling, huh?
Hold on.
Yeah.
I have to take this new clip and post it on Twitter just so that the running gag continues to persist indefinitely.
Oh my god. Is she female or a college student? Actually, she's both. Do.
It's just too good of a running gag to not let it keep going,
Right.
you know? Like, just let's keep it up. Okay. I don't like it, but you know, it's gotta go. Ah, that's right. There was a light rain coming down and the whole place was dreary. But not as dreary as the mood that's in this courtroom right now. Looks like a cold front just moved in. In any case, the point is that the area was quite damp. There was even some fog. Yeah, even something fell while I was on the bridge. It was really something. It's a shame you didn't fall in.
Is that part of the witness's testimony as well?
Yeah, of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back and she fell down right on her stomach. Right on her little tum-tum. Right on her belly. It was very uncomfortable. I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutal. Oh my god, that moment when you pick the perfect voice for a character.
Yup. Were you talking about seeing someone get pushed, or were you the one getting pushed? Or does it mean that you pushed someone down like that once? Oh, with his mind-boggling tales and the way he said brutal, I wonder if he's Canadian.
And also, she was also a college student too. Don't forget that part.
Save your nasty look for the right person. Huh? Take a look. Poor baby. Your record seems to have wet itself. Hey! Watch where you spill your coffee! Ugh. A record, huh?
Oh, he's trying to give you a little tip, a little tippy tip.
Little, very like. I hope it didn't damage the evidence.
It's a court record.
Yep. Shit. Fuck. Hold on. Or
maybe he has a reason for why he's
from behind and. Shove the victim down from behind, but like, wait a second. No, that doesn't check out. Because the front of her shirt is not muddy at all.
Yeah, like she looks fucking fine.
Hey, take care, Journey. So at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct?
Yeah, for shizzle, my nizzle, there was a light drizzle.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, he said that. That's what he said.
Well, Snoop was really big then too, so it kind of.
Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with the soggy atmosphere.
Yeah, but this is the photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunk.
Considering the conditions at the scene of the crime, something isn't right.
What the shonen protagonist was that facial expression?
Right?
Well, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right, young lady. With your vagina that's not currently in college.
Naturally, the answer is right here.
The victim's coat. As far as I can see, there's nothing strange about that. It's just a coat, lady.
That's exactly what's strange. Recall the testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? It was drizzling and foggy. Dusky Bridge was all wet. If the victim really had fallen down on her stomach on top of the bridge, then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud.
Oh, that's exactly right. Did you hear how many times we got that there recognition sound? That was a lot of recognition right there. Everybody was surprised. The other day, I fell on a muddy street and my gorgeous playoff beard was befouled. I do admit that crime scene was quite wet that day, and your beard is quite befouled. However, that doesn't mean that the top of the bridge itself was muddy. If Your Honor had fallen in the shower instead of on a muddy street, your glorious hockey beard of pride of the legal league would be wet, but not muddy. Jesus Christ, kid, stop trying to suck my dick. Fortunately, I have yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken.
Apparently it is a thing that lawyers on both sides will actually, like, try to butter up to the judge, because image is everything. And if you got a good rapport with the judge, there's going to be a little bit of, even if judges try to be impartial, there is still going to be the slightest bit of bias. And also, if a judge is fed up with you, they will, like, start slamming your case a bit harder. Apparently. That's some of the stories I've heard from, like, the lawyering world of real life.
Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day?
The surface of the bridge, huh? A real man wouldn't stand for a taunting like this. Neither would a real woman. Fucking chauvinist pig.
She's like, I have a vagina, so I'll tolerate it.
Of course I can. Here is the evidence that proves the surface of the bridge was muddy. The evidence is this scarf. It should be obvious. If the scarf fell onto the bridge and got this muddy, it means that the bridge was obviously covered in mud.
Ugh! No! I can't be outwitted by this novice bimbo!
This is probably one of my favorite lines in the whole series. Like, Edra just straight up calls me a fucking bimbo in the courtroom, like... Hey, same to you, buddy. This bimbo.
Miss Faye's assertion makes perfect sense to me, and in fact, she is a bimbo. I do admit that there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction?
Huh?
For every contradiction, there exists an explanation.
Your Honor, the fuckboy is getting cranky again. Right, guy 02, you are like... You are
It's
on fire
nappy
tonight.
time!
Also, Zippy, thank you for the gift sub.
Let's look at what the explanation in this case may be, shall we?
All right. It's not like he's really giving me a choice here. Huh. Doing pretty well for a little kitten. Mr. Armando. No matter what he says, a contradiction always comes down to a lie. It's either the victim discovered in the trunk, the witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim, or the witness's testimony that stated she saw the moment of the murder. Just relax and think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it? False evidence. It's one of those three.
What you just said right now, I'm not too terribly sure I like that.
That wasn't me, Your Honor. It was the coffee aficionado over here that said it.
Hey, this courtroom's not a habit of accepting false evidence, you know.
Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into court. Literally his first trial, and Edgeworth is already getting accusations of that.
Isn't that literally what Edgeworth just does?
That's what he used to do. And yeah, those accusations started real fucking early. But we won't let him. We'll expose his evidence as the flimsy scam it really is. Yes! The false evidence in this case is the, oh, fuck. It's...
The witness of the chassis. The chassis in the trunk.
It's a no-brainer. Obviously, it's the witness that's suspicious. Ugh. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen?
Yeah, that's what the witness told us.
That testimony, it's filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all.
That's true.
It's not just true, it's the truth. There was a truly decisive witness in this case. I'm certain that boy Wonder over there would have called him in the first place. Your Honor, the defense requests to cross-examine the eyewitness. The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, appears that we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all. You should brace yourself for the brutal truth.
What?
Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness from the court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time. Okay, don't know why you needed so much fucking spectacle. Please bring forth your witness at this time.
What Mr. Edgeworth said kinda worries me.
It's just Von Karma in a toupee.
What does he mean by the brutal truth?
Now let's proceed with their testimony.
You ready?
Oh boy. Mr. Edgeworth, please just go right on ahead there. Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution summons the woman who saw the events that day with her very own eyes. It's gonna be Afro Chick, isn't it? It's the only person in Phoenix Wright that knows how to take a fucking camera. and do
This is
something with it.
Mia. The battle begins here.
Witness, what's your name and occupation?
It's
I was
her.
I'm so glad I was wrong, but so upset that I was wrong.
Everyone is so silent that I can hear their hearts going pitter-patter.
Okay, when I look at you, how can I put it? You look as scrumptious as a double-double and a dozen donuts. I feel like I want to hurry up and hand down a verdict just to have a bite.
Hey, not so fast. Also, gross. Look.
Welcome to Sexual Harassment Court. No, welcome to Sexual Harassment Turnabout.
It's okay, Ice. You know, it's okay because at this point, she is a female college student.
Yeah, you know what? Hold up. I'm gonna need to, let me just, hold on, I have to go get my attorney to Google something real quick, just one second.
Oh no. Oh god, what are you doing?
Attorney 3 Dahlia Age.
No, don't. Just trust me, don't. You don't want to look that up. There's a lot that is about to happen. You don't want to look that up. There's so many spoilers.
I just saw the only number I needed to see. That judge is Canadian. All right, let's keep going.
Okay.
Let's keep going. This witness is very sensitive and very delicate. I would ask the court to please exercise care when addressing her. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. I now have something new for my FAP folder. You are quite the gentleman. Miss Faye, you could learn a lot from this man.
If he's such a gentleman, he sure doesn't act like one to me. Sir?
Oh yeah, what's up, my dear? How you doing?
This is my first time, so I'm sure I'll make a lot of mistakes.
Oh, don't worry, I'll be gentle.
Anyway.
Oh, gross. Jesus.
I
Christ.
I just wanted to say I'm sorry for all the trouble I might cause.
No, it's no trouble at all, honey.
Now then, may we please have your name and occupation? Yeah, Dahlia Hawthorne. My name is, Melissa Foster. Fucking liar. I'm a college student. A female college student.
In a college? In a college?
I go to a college, and I'm actually female. My pronouns are female and college student. I'm a freshman in the literature department, actually.
It's weak as shit and it's sending me for some reason! Shit!
There's my clip.
God damn! What is fucking wrong with you people?
So yeah, do you remember when Mia in the very first case of this game kept punching Grossberg whenever someone was like, "Oh, what a sweet girl." So you're about to find out why. Also, Zippy, thank you for the donation.
Oh, great. So I love how all you have to do is list your pronouns and it...
Oh, question for the witness. If you're a literature student, how do you read with your eyes so far apart? Do you have to tilt your head to the side, or can you read both pages at once? Good lord, that's rude. That's so rude, but deserved. Oh, fuck. You ready to keep going?
Yeah. Let's do it. Woo!
And you were the one who took this photo.
You didn't give me a chance to read the fucking dialogue.
I'm sorry. I forgot that you didn't read. I'm so sorry.
Silly shit.
I'm a dummy. I can't rewind. Shit.
Sorry, it's okay. It's okay.
And you were the one who took this photo. Is that accurate? Oh! How can you be so mean?
Now see here, why are you shoving that in her face like that, you sour twat?
But it's just a photograph. It's not like it's something dangerous.
Oh no, next time I'll be forced to penalize you.
Uh-oh. I don't like the turn this is taken.
Yeah, no, she's prettier looking than you, so she gets special treatment.
She staring at me?
Honestly, with her eyes that far apart, it's very hard to tell what the fuck she's looking at.
And you would be? Huh? I'm the defense attorney. My name is Mia Fey. I see. So you are.
And then, young lady, could you please give us your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll do my best.
Oh my god, those butterflies are horrible judges of character.
Well, you know, they say that,
No, no, those butterflies are just fucking wrong.
No, they're not monarchs, but monarch butterflies are a symbol of death in some cultures.
Well, I mean, also, like, they're fluttering around really weird compared to how their wings are moving, so it looks like they're just being awkwardly jostled around on strings like you were trying to play with a cat.
Right?
It's like, come on. Like, you're just gonna expect a fucking house cat to jump up and bitch slap her in the mouth.
Yeah.
Her eyes are like AI-generated distances apart. Fucking...
I know.
That one butterfly with a passing lane just going over in front of her face like, no, fuck you, I'm going over here.
Bitch. I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers.
Uh-huh.
Then I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly, they just started fighting. That's when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. And right after that, I called the police.
By the way, where were you standing when the incident happened? I believe this map here would be of use. That's not how it was written. How dare you take my words out of context? No, I'm sorry.
I was standing right over here. I was standing in a beautiful field surrounded by tall cliffs.
So you took a photo from that location, huh?
I brought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to.
Oh, what a cute little camera! Just like its owner. God, I want to.
Pants, Your Honor.
I really want to vomit after that one. Oof.
Oh, here's the thing. You wanted to take the fucking suspect. Just you wait. There's grosser things that you're gonna have to say, and I tried to save you.
Dude, okay, look, I'm gonna just be very blunt and honest with this. Me being grossed out is funny for everybody else.
Fair. I just feel bad.
Look at me. My arms are bigger than your fucking torso. Seeing me get squicked out is gonna be hilarious. Just watching me go like fucking. But I warn you, make that pretty lady cry again, and you'll feel the wrath of my gavel, and it's going in sideways.
Ooh.
I'll stick it right up into your coloratura.
Alright, okay,
we're not gonna have to use a Canadian
hard.
anatomy chart to fix. Yeah, don't press too hard. You might have insertion. Gross. Jesus Christ. I am on a roll. Unfortunately, it's
You're
like
on something.
not the. Yeah, I'm on. It's that crystal meth today. It's the blue kind. Helps you see faster.
Oh fuck. Do you have any idea what they were fighting about? No, I have no idea. Why do you ask that? Oh, I just thought that maybe you overheard what they said.
Oh my god.
What now?
She's got like
Never.
She's got like bulletproof kitty, like puppy dog tears. It can't
would
put
never
crocodile tears.
eavesdrop.
That's it.
I got more class than that.
Right.
She has a fucking Sharingan. Look at that. Oh
no,
god.
she's got way more class than that. She's got biology and chemistry and fucking trigonomics. Remember, she's a college student in a college.
Female college student.
All right, that's it, Miss Faye. Don't drag the witness down to your level of breast size. I like my girls just like I look my wood, nice and flat and stiff. Wait.
Why did you take a photo? Well, the two of them were really going at it.
Whoa, okay.
Ever
Too hot
since
for
I was a
court.
little girl, I always wanted to be a news reporter. I guess that part of me just kind of took over.
Smells like a lie to me.
All right, so what you're saying here is that when you were young, you wanted to take photos of people going at it. Sweetheart, I don't think that news reporting is the genre that you're going to be wanting to take photos for, but
Oh,
if you are
God.
interested, I could help you get some practice in a very applicable genre.
Oh god.
I am making this judge into a character, and I'm so glad. Oh, the Canadian Creeper. Even now, I can't completely abandon my boyhood dreams. I still use my grandson to test my comedy routines on. That
Oh,
poor
so he
kid
wants-
still hasn't recovered.
So he wanted to be a comedian, huh? Not that it has any bearing on this.
All I could do was use my camera. So I took the photo of the crucial moment and gave it to the police.
Okay. I mean, crucial moment? Are you sure about that? They're just standing there, menacingly. Witness, when you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you meant? All I can see in this photo are two people facing each other. You testify that you saw the two of them starting to fight. Normally, that's the kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented a photo like that?
Well, you see...
The photo we presented was the only one there was.
But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it.
All right, hold on a second. What are the two seasons in Canada? Winter and July. No laughter. Got it. My apologies, young lady. But Miss Faye's assertion is without a certain amount of merit. So play along with the nice big busty lady.
He can certainly downplay a situation, can he?
Yeah, I know. That's my job.
I'm sorry. I've been a very bad girl.
Go on. I'm gonna need to hear a
I
little
am-
bit more about this for the court record.
I used it all up. The film, I mean.
Oh, okay. So you ran out of film. All right. Okay.
This photo was the last one.
What? What do you mean film? No one uses film. Ugh.
Unfortunately, that is the truth. I personally examined all of the photographs she took that day.
Judge is like, lucky bastard.
Look at this photograph! Every time I look, it makes me laugh. Truly, this is the nirvana of our times. All of the other photos are of the witness and her. Oh, gross. All of the other photos are of the witness playing with her. Fuck! No, wait.
That's
hold
not
on.
what she.
No.
That's.
I'm
no.
having a. No! Hold on. Let me try it again! All of the other photos are of the witness herself playing among the wildflowers.
You did it! We're all proud! You did it!
Woo!
We're so
Woo!
proud of you, Ice!
Woo! Harder than passing the fucking bar exam, that one was. Now remember, if you say this sentence wrong, you're going to jail.
The witness herself? Then who took the photos? Well, you see, my camera has a timer feature built into it. So you took photos of yourself?
I remember taking some photos of myself once too. I accidentally
Please,
sent
no
them to a cop.
details. We don't want to hear it.
Okay. All right, I got another one for you. Which Canadian city is full of fierce cats? Vancouver. All right, well, that one's a bust too. It seems that Miss Faye's assertion was not so decisive after all.
I had to hold back laughter because that actually made me giggle a little bit.
Wait, just a minute.
Well, if she had no film left, then she couldn't very well take any more pictures, eh? Miss Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different sort of photo. I'd be interested to see a couple of those different photos, if you know what I mean. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes.
Mr.
God damn it.
Edgeworth. Oh, you're quite the poet.
Yeah, but he's not as good at telling jokes. Like, what Dr. Seuss book do they read every morning in Canada? Tim Hortons' Here's a Who. All right, then. Very well. Let's get back to the cross-examination.
It's the fucking silence every time that gets me. Just because he always says it when there's no music play.
That's, if you hadn't guessed, Andy,
I'm
that's my
noticing
cue
it.
to say them.
Yes, Mr. Judge.
God, look at that pretty face. I could wake up to that every morning.
Ah, boy, this guy is really a sucker for sweet talk.
You bet your sweet pippy I am.
I haven't said anything in a minute. I've just been having fun watching this fucking train wreck. It looks like the other kitten in the room is the one that's getting all the attention.
Yeah,
So-
it's sickening.
Well, I mean, like, that's the thing, right? It's not like we can play with her pussy, so we gotta do the petting from over here. That wasn't a joke. I was just saying that. The quiet silence just killing me over here.
I'm sorry, I needed a moment to process the syllables that entered my ear holes.
Hop, yeah, I know that I'm doing good when I just see Hop be like grabbing his goddamn mic and be like, ice.
So, Melissa says she only got about 10 yards before she was stabbed in the back. Let's
I
see.
mean, if you get me worked up pretty good, I can get a little bit farther than 10 yard. Wait.
Well, that's the thing, is it looked like, you know, they were like maybe center of the bridge. And I know chat can't see my mouse, but like 5 yards, if I take that and I put that there, yeah, that's not, that if she ran 10 yards, she would have ran right off the fucking bridge.
Witness, your testimony is a joke.
Oh, I'm good with those. Oh,
What?
hold on. I got you covered.
But
No.
I just...
Miss Faye, I thought I warned you not to make the witness cry.
One short testimony and 2 bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse.
All right, but how does a Canadian hold up their hair? With mousse. You say there were 2 contradictions now.
Damn it. It's simple. Just take a look at the diagram of the area.
I have to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. I'm sorry I had to leave
Okay.
you with that level of cringe.
God, what am I supposed to do with that? Hi, chat. I'm trying to think of jokes. Fucking, I'll think of at least one before he gets back. I can do this. Oh, I've got a really good one. I got an amazing one. Canada's official winter sport is hockey. Anyone care to guess Canada's official summer sport? Also hockey? I'm doing okay, Zippy. Waiting for hockey. That's good. And say, in case you guys couldn't tell, my voice is a little fucking shot because I was in all-day meetings today at work, and there was a lot of talking involved. And then after that, I came home and I had to do some voice acting for an animation. That was about a 20-minute long recording session, which is actually a little bit longer than I usually do. And I can only hope that my voice held out long enough for that to sound good. It sounded decent to me, and I'm hoping the animator likes it and approves it, because otherwise we're gonna have to redo lines, which is fine. I have no problem redoing lines, but I'm just like, ugh. And then now I'm doing voice acting here. My voice does not get to rest today. And I'm probably going to be in an all-day meeting tomorrow, too. It's going to be great, and my voice is just going to be dead come Friday. But, you know, it's all worth it. Sorry for the weird noises. I'm sure Ice will be back soon. Then I can tell him my joke. I got a real good one. It's actually really bad, but don't tell him. I'm going to tell him it's good, and maybe he'll believe me. And then the utter disappointment he'll have will be good comedy material. Be like that Chowder meme of comedy gold, like a giant book. I'm just rambling now. That's the thing, is like whenever I'm on stream, I'm just like, I just shut off the filter in my brain, I just start talking, and I just don't really think about what I'm saying. And sometimes it leads to some fun moments, as you guys have seen. Also, we're thinking of redoing a little bit of stuff with stream. You guys actually may have already noticed it if you were here for the welcome at the very beginning. Number one thing we're doing is just to reduce the chance of YouTube being dumb and detecting like any sort of like text, like if someone wants to try and troll the Twitch chat at any point in the future. That won't be picked up on the VOD. So the chat is not going to be on the VODs, on the recordings anymore. But the way we thought about it was like, it's not a huge part of the experience, except if we do something like Buddy Simulator again. In which case, you know, if the chat is part of the experience, absolutely, we're going to include you guys in it. But just after the little stupid thing with YouTube, gotta be more careful, I guess, even though half the shit we said wasn't flagged, but something else was. It was so dumb.
Oh, really? Was it?
Anyways, hey, Ice, I got a question for you.
Uh-oh.
Where's the largest forest in Canada?
Canada.
Montreal.
You want to play the judge now, or?
Told you it was a good one, chat. Anyways, according to her testimony, the two of them were in the middle of the bridge. But if they were, and the victim had turned around and tried to run, well then.
She went ahead at that end there.
You said 10 yards, but she couldn't have even ran 5. Because Dusky Bridge has collapsed on that side.
Really liking those sounds there. What does this all mean?
It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it.
Keep going. God, this is beautiful. This beautiful young lady's been lying in my courtroom.
In fact, I was making similar noises earlier for another voice acting thing.
Just a moment, Your Honor.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion.
Oh, you smarmy little prick.
What do you mean? There's one major mistake in this diagram.
What did you say? You are not gonna fucking update the autopsy report on me.
What are you referring to? It's all because this diagram was made after the incident occurred. It's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any official blueprints of it. So you're saying... I'm saying that even though this bridge is currently in disrepair, there's no evidence that can prove the bridge was broken during the incident.
I swear to fucking God, he just updated the autopsy report on us. This stupid motherfucker. That's ridiculous!
You can't actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence.
That guy is good.
Huh? What the fuck do you mean?
Planned it from the beginning. He's a genius, all right. That diagram of the bridge was his insurance policy.
What? That coward.
Well, Mitzvah, it seems you've once again made a reckless accusation.
I'm so sorry. I should have been more careful myself.
Oh, no. It wasn't your fault at all. But, I got another one for you. Why don't Canadian women wear sleeveless dresses? Because they aren't allowed to bear arms. Now then, shall we get on with the trial? I'd like to establish once and for all.
I'm sorry. Go on, ignore me.
Is that good? Did you like that one?
I'm good, let's go.
Daniel Bandicoot moonlighting doing Gluck sounds for Nitro with me over here making high quality Canadian jokes on a Twitch stream for 3 hours. Which one of us has gone the most astray with our lives? Please vote accordingly.
Who's to say?
I'd like to establish once and for all what it was that the witness actually saw. Indeed, a Rooney. Yeah, all right, young lady. May I ask you to please proceed with your testimony, and then after, may I ask you to review some more of my jokes?
But oh, it's so hard
Do you go on?
to go on.
Oh. Well, all on your side, Miss Foster. There's no need to worry, just tell us what you saw.
Yes, sir.
Call me daddy. No, wait.
Yikes.
After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms, and he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw.
Am I? Witnessing such violence must have been very difficult on such a young flower as yourself, huh?
Yes, sir. I'm still shaken up.
He accepts this testimony as it is. We're finished.
Don't say that.
Oh well. Maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. You know, they make a really great mocha latte.
This trial isn't over yet.
Huh. That's what I like to hear.
All right, Miss Faye, your cross-examination or whatever. By the way, how was copper invented?
How?
Two Canadians were fighting over a penny. Huh? Huh? God damn it.
Say, you know the thing I like about fucking Diego here?
He screams really loud when you're halfway in.
No,
Well, you said what you like about fucking Diego. What the fuck else was I supposed to?
God.
And
So
swear
what
to
I like
him, swear
about
to me.
What I like about Diego here is that he is purposely prodding Mia to get her riled up and distract her from like the nerves. Like he is purposely every time she's getting like nervous, He's like, he just starts poking fun at her. And she's like, you know what? Fuck this. No, I can't just fucking fold like this.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna blow your fucking mind. What is his name?
Diego Armando.
What's the last syllable of each of his names?
God damn it.
Yeah, right? They actually found a way to tie it back, and I was very impressed when I figured that out on my 4th playthrough.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how long it took me.
That must have hurt.
Oh, it did. Oh, it hurt a lot. The contradiction is staring you right in the face, Mia. Go on the attack. All right. Couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. No, he couldn't, actually. Why do you say that? It's already a broken down bridge hidden away in the mountains. Doing anything more to hide the corpse would be going overboard, wouldn't it? Yes, but that mountain is famous among hikers. A surprising number of people go up there. But it's February, right? And it was raining that day, correct? There's also a small temple and a channeling dojo there. You know those monks, they just love cold, isolated places.
I think the witness is trying to say that the corpse could have been found at any time. Besides, the witness is merely reporting what she witnessed with her own eyes.
Carried her over to the car. Is this where... You personally witnessed that? Yes! Did anything strange happen when he did that? Well, I don't know if you call it strange or not, but that's when the victim's scarf fell off.
You mean this scarf here? Her words match what we found on the scene. I don't see any problem.
Ugh. I suppose that was the only way you can make sure the body stayed hidden. You mean the defendant carried the body all by himself? Yes.
Considering the size of the defendant, I don't think it would be difficult.
Yes, but let's remember they were on a narrow bridge that was ready to collapse. Is it even possible for him to have carried a dead body on a bridge like that?
Well, the fact of the matter is that he did. That kind of talk is just silly.
Wow, why did he get so emotional all of a sudden?
Miss Faye, if you think there's some other possibility, please share it with the rest of us.
Well... The only way? Are you sure about that when there's this giant-ass river here?
A killer not wanting his victim to be found. I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly odd. There's a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found.
Well, what is it?
Take another look at the map of the area and you'll see how. There's a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about the river.
For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never discovered. Oh, yeah.
In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found.
Oh, see you later, Brum.
If 10 murders were to occur at that same spot above the Eagle River, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body in the water.
Order! I left Tim Hortons.
Hold on, I need to check something. Okay, so she's 19. She's 19.
Alright. I'm
Sorry.
not sure if I care for the way you put that, Miss Faye. But I must admit, it does seem odd to not have thrown the body in the river. Oh, I'm liking that sound. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what you gotta say? How sad. Perhaps Miss Fay would do well in taking a dip in the river herself. After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature.
What are you talking about?
My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw. Quite true. Well, Miss Fay, seems that your assertion is without merit after all. God
But
damn
what
it.
the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous.
Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car.
Objection! Your Honor, bitch boy needs a spanking for giving me back sass. Sorry, I had to read one of those in chat.
Objection! Can I get another Canada joke? What do you call a Canadian soap opera? The Cold and the Beautiful. That's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us. All right, let's keep going. Please, witness, go on your testimony.
I'll try.
All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at you again.
Who is he talking about? All right. I'll do my best.
Oh my god, I hope you do. God, I'm having so much fun playing this gross judge.
Right? The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. Huh! Okay, that's a lot of detail.
What did the man do then? Well, naturally, he got in the car and was about to flee. That's when I came to my senses. I said to myself, you have to call the police.
And so that's when you called the police.
You're sure that you saw all that with your own eyes? Yes, I'm 100% certain.
Are you? Are you? There was a cliff here. Are you?
Yeah, you're right.
Are you like? Are you?
How tall are you?
Look here. This is where the camera was at. You can see the fucking cliff and how it obscures that. I hope this isn't one of those that I have to present only one. Good.
Well, Miss Foster, looks like you've done it this time. Huh? Done what? Made a crucial mistake.
A crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Fay?
The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. You're saying you saw that, right? With your very own eyes. Yes, and? It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram. The place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here. You see what I mean? Even if you tried to see the car, this outcropping of rock is directly in the way. Ah! That's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car. Ah!
I admit that the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock. However, it isn't so tall that it would stop her from seeing the car.
That's right. It's not high at all. I was able to see his car just fine. I'm so sorry, but that just doesn't wash. I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the court, yes? This is the location that the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge, but the outcropping that is being referred to is really more like a cliff.
Oh!
Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff, but still you claim to have been able to see the killer's car. No!
right, order in the court. What's the meaning of all this ballyhoo?
Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions, especially when talking about Bollywood. Their films are actually quite credible. The fact that the escapee fled in a stolen car was reported in the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness was very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it.
But she was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes.
Oh!
Mr. Judge?
What's the difference between a Canadian and a canoe? A canoe tips. What? What is it?
I think you're quite insensitive, Mr. Judge. But also, I must have remembered things wrong.
Like, she just quietly just says, I was just like, actually, no.
Okay.
Hey, wait a minute. You can't just say that.
Miss Faye, no one on the face of the planet is perfect. Except one person. Manfred von Karma.
Oh, God, don't. Oh, God, not with that. Oh. Also, yeah, just this.
Yes, indeed. Quite true. Yeah, you know what they say. To err is human, and to forgive is about 322 at Tim Hortons. I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here, especially because I'm going to be fantasizing about her later.
Oh, God. Also, yeah, like, in chat, as a Canadian, I give plenty of tips. So here's the thing. There was actually, funny story. There was an obviously Canadian woman who came through Starbucks at times when I was working there. I could tell from her accent. That is how I could tell, because she had lived in the States long enough that, like, she had, like, you know, it was a U.S. license plate and all that jazz. But she still had the accent. And she would always tip so much whenever she came through. Like, I kid you not, this lady, like, she came through Christmas one year. And because she said, I'm not here to order anything. You guys shouldn't be working anyways. But here's $50 in tip. And I'm like,
Oh, wow.
what the fuck, lady? I mean, thank you, but Jesus Christ. Like, she was an absolute sweetheart.
And then you found it was Canadian money and realized that you just got tipped about $3.50.
No, it was US money. Some people did put Canadian coins in the tip jar, and of course we can't, like, count that. We don't have a way to exchange that or anything. So,
Also,
like, I would just take. So my manager was like, "Do you want to take these with you?" And I collected all the currency that was, like, weird or, like, foreign. So I have a ton of $2 bills. I've got, like, I think there's a $10 bill from, like, 1960 something.
Oh, wow.
Because of that job. Yeah, like, I was surprised it was still in circulation. Anyways, go on. Sorry.
Also, to answer Cyberventure, why is Ice making Edgeworth sound like he wants to fuck his foster father? He does not want to fuck his foster father. He wants to pound his daddy. There is a difference.
Oh, I don't. Please don't ship Edgeworth and Von Karma. I can't.
Why? He's clearly shipping himself with Von Karma.
We haven't had $2 bills since 1995. That is a lie. $2 bills are still in circulation, but primarily around Washington, D.C. I'm pretty sure they still print them, or at least they did back in the 2010s. That's the last time I remember seeing one, but anyways.
Ice, you do know that Von Karma was a psychopath, right?
Yes, I do. It's called comedic irony.
The Von Karma Sutra? Leave. Banned.
No.
Oh, I hate it.
No.
I'm Thorn. I cannot. Don't.
No.
Never.
Add him to the stream. No, it's perfect. No, he's passed. He's passed.
Save the tears for later, kitten. No, that was a really I don't want to think about that. Mr. Armando. Don't look back until the trial is over. Now's the time to go forward.
But that wasn't fair!
Okay, kitten, you need to relax. And you need to remember the other kitten's testimony.
Killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there.
So tell me, how did she know that? How did she know that he broke into the trunk?
Aha!
Well, Miss Foster, till you can explain how you knew that, you're gonna have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom.
Well, witness.
Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk because there were marks left on the trunk lid. I'm certain they were scratch marks from when he broke into it.
Wait, what? Oh, let me see that photo. No, it's true. There certainly look like scratch marks around the keyhole. You know, it is obvious to me that this trunk here has been broken open. You know what isn't obvious, though? Why aren't there Mexicans in Canada?
I feel like this is... I'm scared of this one.
Because they can't run that far.
That's...
Well, Miss Faye, apparently you don't have a sense of humor, so are you satisfied? The entire court is upset with that joke.
I'm just gonna say, fucking racist judge. Also, I swear to God, Myth could probably run that far. Have you seen the man's calves? Like, fuck. Anyways.
The judge is on her side. I can't make any mistakes here. What she just said, is there a contradiction in there somewhere?
It doesn't work.
Melissa Foster, it looks like you finally betrayed yourself. What? You said you were in a field taking photos of wildflowers. Even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches? Finally, I've got her.
I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here.
Then perhaps it would be faster if Miss Faye explained herself.
Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was... she put the corpse in herself. There's only one way that the witness had the chance to see those scratches.
Huh? Alright then, what was it?
Naturally, when she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself.
Oh my god, she's got some depth if she can stuff the corpse in herself.
Your Honor, get some help. The person who really hid the body in the trunk of that car was... Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it? That's ridiculous! I could never... It was the man in the prison garb. He's the one that had... I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Mr. Falls had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open. But he stole the car. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light, which means that the key would have still been in the ignition. Oh, I see. Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. That it couldn't have been Mr. Falls that put the body in the trunk. No!
Preposterous to even suggest that the witness put the body in there. If that were true, then how do you explain the photo that she took? The corpse could only have been put in that trunk when the incident occurred. And we already know that at the time she was taking photographs.
Now is your chance, Mia.
Edgeworth doesn't realize that there are such things as timer cameras.
Finish this thing.
Yeah, seriously, she even testified that she put it on a timer.
I apologize. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shutter for this may not have been pushed by Miss Foster herself. Let's take another look at this camera and see what features it has, shall we? It has a timer built into it, even a mini tripod.
I got a tripod myself.
Why? It's almost as if she had brought this camera just to take this picture. Jesus Christ, Judge.
That why was definitely in response to me. Holy fucking shit.
Why? Just why? Ugh.
I am making that judge as gross as I can.
Really are, like, he's sexist, a little bit predatory, racist.
I'm trying to make him
like-
as un-Canadian as I possibly can. That was my goal
Yeah.
the second I started.
Yeah, like, he's definitely un-Canadian. He's an asshole that doesn't tip. He's racist. He's sexist. He's chauvinist. Like, everything about him is so anti-Canadian.
Exactly. What are you trying to say then, Miss Faye? That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed?
Well, if she really did use the camera's auto timer, then the answer is yes, she was somewhere else. Exactly. She was not in the field.
Would the defense please explain further?
Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? And answering that question will also make clear Miss Foster's true identity.
Well then, please answer this question.
Where was she?
Where was she? Come on, figure out. Use your little pointer finger. Guy, I believe in you. In the wide world of sports, please pick.
Naturally, the witness was right here.
I'm sorry, but that's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing? Order! God damn it, Miss Faye, what on earth?
Your Honor, if I may.
Maybe.
After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car.
Okay.
This would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the defendant met the victim.
Well then,
How asinine! Of course Miss Falls met with the victim! The only person with the opportunity to have put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls!
You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne.
What? I have never heard anything more ridiculous in my life!
Your suit jacket's stupid looking, too.
Then who Then who exactly is the victim in this photo?
It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness.
What?
It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on that bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster. Me? Let's remember that it was raining and foggy on the mountain that day. Mr. Falls himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne.
But the
actually, hold on.
defendant knew.
I'm gonna just do something real quick.
What?
Did I realize something with the audio balancing of the last stream? There we go.
Jesus Christ, 2 hours in and you're correcting this now. What, am I too loud?
Yeah, I just realized it when the music kicked in. I'm like, man, I want to listen to this. And I was like, oh, that's right. I need to increase the limiter a little bit. That's fine, though.
But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted.
But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in a federal penitentiary. He couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore.
You're just making this up as you go along. Where is your proof?
I've got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. At the time of the incident, Mr. Falls had forgotten what Valerie Hawthorne looked like. Mr. Falls had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification, namely this muddy scarf. It was Mr. Falls who requested that she wear the scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne. Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster?
Somebody!
Oh my god! Slugs in chat. If Edgeworth loses this case, Von Karma's gonna give him the beating of a lifetime. You're not wrong. Von Karma would absolutely be that sort of man.
Wow, Miss Foster, she, I guess she's just gone the way of the home for imaginary friends there, huh?
She's collecting herself in the lobby.
What are Canadians saying when they get excited? We'll let
It's
the sled
obvious that
dogs out.
It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She
Wow,
hid the
alright.
body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim. She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together.
I'm having to hold back so much laughter of just the idea of like him saying that, and she's just like so deep in thought, like
Yeah,
mumbling
she's
to
just
herself.
talking completely over. Was like, hey, I'm over. Come on, like this is really. I worked really hard on this material.
And he's just sitting there, just like, The only question is, why is the judge's joke so bad? Like, seriously, you think the dude would have gotten like some new material or something? Also, I've never noticed, but have you ever noticed that the judge kind of disappears whenever we're talking here? Like right there, look at the chair the judge sits in. It's just empty right now, which is weird.
Oh, that is weird. Oh God. Oh
Yeah.
God.
And now that you've seen it, you can't unsee it, right?
Yup.
The only question is, why did she do it?
Well, isn't that obvious? She's the real culprit.
Huh.
How do Canadian environmental groups plan on using Hillary Clinton to stop the spread of Asian carp into the Great Lakes?
Your Honor, I am going to
By
say
having
for
her
the
go
safety-
skinny dipping in Lake Michigan.
Your Honor, I can't even begin to say how many people you just pissed off with that single joke. That is incredible. I
Well,
can
we'll
hear.
We'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself. All right.
Twitter's already.
Yeah. Twitter doesn't exist yet, sweetheart.
You might want to. It exists, and
Twitter,
people are mad.
no,
You might
no.
want to.
No, literally, I don't think. I think chronologically, I don't think Twitter exists at this point in the story.
No, it absolutely does right now.
I do not know.
I'm scrolling through it, and you are
That's-
canceled, mister. You might want to have some extra security outside. Just when you leave the courthouse today, just saying.
I just want to let everybody know that I am not suicidal. I am not depressed. And until then, this court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are both to wait in their respective lobbies. I am going to
Yes.
quickly try and go Yahoo search myself some new evidence. I mean, material.
Yes, Your Honor.
Understood.
Very well, this court is in recess, and my emotions are forever damaged.
It'd be so funny if we get back into the courtroom and it's a different judge all of a sudden.
The other judge.
Like,
I'm sorry. The other judge is crying in a corner.
Okay.
Mr. Falls,
Jesus Christ! All right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I want to say thanks. You're real good. You really hooked me up.
Thanks. We're almost there. Once I prove that she committed the crime.
Yeah, but there's one more big obstacle we gotta get past.
Obstacle?
Yeah, motive. Why would Melissa Foster kill that policewoman anyway?
Motive, huh?
Anyway, we're still badly in need of information.
Information. Right.
What we need the most is info about this Melissa Foster herself. All we know is that she's a student studying literature. One more thing.
But she's a woman.
What is it?
She's a female college student. Oh, and that incident that happened 5 years ago, of course. Kidnapping murder case that Zebra Boy is on death row for.
I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I'd never lie.
Mr. Falls, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago.
Okay, I trust you.
That is a dead stare right there. I don't.
Oh yeah, that is a. By the way, that's why I'm doing the "Tell me about the rabbits" George voice.
That day 5 years ago, I dream of it every day.
Or actually, no, it's definitely Eddie. It's definitely.
No, it'd be Ad, not Eddie.
Sorry, it's definitely Ed. My bad.
This picture, it reminds me of everything. Bridge looks same, just like then, 5 years ago. Like I can fall apart at any minute.
Oh no. It's devolving.
It's been broken like that for at least 5 years.
We've all been broken emotional. Oh wait, sorry.
Sorry, buddy, but you sound like the one that could fall apart at any minute.
It's true. I did kidnap her. 5 years ago, I kidnapped my girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne.
14 years old at the time.
That's why I chose the voice that I'm choosing for him, so
You've been
that
21.
we, the audience, realize he's clearly mentally handicapped.
Your girlfriend? Huh?
Hey, hold on there. Say Hawthorne?
The victim's last name.
Dahlia Hawthorne, Valerie's little sister.
What? Are you serious?
Nuh-uh, I'm Severus.
The girl! Let her go!
Shut up! Come closer and I kill her!
Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. The detective back then was Valerie Hawthorne. At first I thought shooting someone for kidnapping was crossing the line, but it was to protect her little sister. I can understand why she did it.
We're wrong! No protect sister, Valerie betray me! Betray us!
What do you mean she betrayed you?
Everything! All lies! All make-believe! Kidnapping too!
A make-believe kidnapping?
Dahlia! My girlfriend? My love! My teen angel!
That's why I'm using a definitely not me voice.
Yeah, that's... Oh.
Did he actually say my teen angel? Oh god, he's seen one too many lollies. Oh god.
Mincing girl-thirsty pedophile, Mr. Falls.
Ugh.
I do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says.
Also, just to make it abundantly clear, we here at BFG do not approve of pedophiles in any way, shape, or form. In fact, gross, stop, please seek help or be locked up, like one or the other.
I beat the shit out of them.
As they deserve. Anything Dahlia says. Oh, hold on a minute. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by...
Yeah! Me and Dahlia. And Valerie too.
Valerie was in on it?
Dahlia's family rich. Jewelry business. We get one jewel. That's what we thoughted. Me and Dahlia wrote kidnap note we send to her dad. Ask for $2 million diamond. Tell him make exchange on Dusky Bridge. We tell him Valerie make transfer cause she knew detective.
Having a police detective in your pocket is a useful thing, alright. In the end, you were planning on splitting the 2 million 3 ways, huh?
Ah, but that woman! That woman, Valerie, she do it for real! She shot at me for real! Me and Dahlia! Oh no! My angel! Swim like a fish! I was shot in arm! Dahlia! She jump in river!
And as we all know, Dahlia Hawthorne is definitely dead. Definitely. For sure. 100% dead. Completely dead. No coming back from that.
Jump? You don't mean she jumped on purpose, do you?
I couldn't do it! I could never push her! Anyway, I blacked out! Wake up with police all over!
And that's when they decided to give you the death sentence.
I couldn't believe it! That woman! She betrayed me!
That man, Terry Falls, he killed her. He threw her off the bridge. He threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below.
These 5 years, all I wonder is why? Why? And boy! No, wait, sorry. Why did she lie? That's all I want to know!
That's why you called her. You wanted to hear the truth from Valerie herself.
Yes, but I forgot what she looked like, so I tell her, wear scarf. I don't want to hurt her, just ask why. Why? Why did you say big fib? Why did you betray me? And I am the fool. I just want to hear answer. I'm so sick of this world. That's all.
So that's why. That's why you made a crazy escape like that.
Just one thing, Zebra Boy. My senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Falls, where is it?
Huh?
Oh,
Where's
whoops.
what?
Come on now, kitten, the ransom. $2 million diamond. Remember that now? Give back to Pops. The police take it.
I don't know.
Huh? You don't know?
Not really. I don't know. It's gone with Dahlia.
With Dahlia.
That day on the bridge. Dahlia put it in backpack. How gone with Dahlia? Gone forever and ever into Eagle River.
Disappeared with Dahlia, huh? Wait a minute.
You can come back in now. We're about ready to go.
Mr. Falls, just one more question.
Okay.
When you said with Dahlia, do you mean the diamond is still missing? Along with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne?
Ever found her? My sweet Dahlia!
They never found her.
Swallowed by river. Gone. Dahlia, my teen angel.
I hate it every time. Oh, God. Your teen angel. How old was she anyway?
Just 14.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to have a seat over here.
Okay.
Have a seat. Yeah, just have a seat.
Okay. Okay. I'll sit.
14? Oh, I guess you were robbing cradles before diamonds.
Alright, kitten. We'll deal with that in a sec. Anyway, she plans a fake kidnapping and disappears into the river with a rock worth 2 mil. Man, oh man, angels these days.
Falls takes the fall. Gets a one-way ticket to death row. Is Dahlia Hawthorne an angel, or is she really,
It's time, kitten. Looks like we have a few more aces up our sleeve now.
You bet.
Training wheels come off now, Mia. Gotta strike while the iron's hot. It's one of my rules. Remember it.
How many rules are you going to have to deal with, by the way?
He's got a lot. I don't remember any of them.
I don't even remember that one, I'll be honest. I remember nothing about what he just said.
Okay, so I got myself some new material. We're gonna
no.
definitely gonna slay the court this time. Definitely gonna slay the court. Right, I'm a judge. Shit, I forgot. Witness, are you feeling any better?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best.
Oh, that's nice. Anyways, you're so brave, young lady.
Oh, not this again.
I can understand a defense lawyer wanting to get her client off the hook.
Not really anymore.
However, to try and pin the crime on an innocent student is...
What are you talking about? She's not just a student, she's a female college student.
My witness is not the one on trial here. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime. That is all. What possible reason would a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman?
Yeah, it's certainly hard to imagine this woman as a murderer.
Motive, huh? I figured that's what I had to establish next.
Well, Miss Faye, do you have any evidence of a motive?
Yes, of course. I think.
Huh. You're still acting as tame as a kitten, kitten.
It's some new material, Armando.
Mr. Armando.
Listen, a lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets.
And that's where Mia picked up that line from.
Oh my god.
Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted in knots is a mark of a pro.
Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that. Excuse me. May I speak, Mr. Judge?
Well, of course. My is Mr. Judges. Ready anytime you like.
I'd like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right?
Uh-huh.
That's why I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true.
I see you're such an honest and upstanding young lady that smells beautiful.
It looks like this witness is a real professional.
What do you mean?
Look at that 100-watt smile. Just when things are darkest for her, click, she lights right up.
Very well then, let's hear what the witness has to say.
I was out of the country until the year before last. Until I entered college and became a female college student, I had never been to Eagle Mountain before in my life. And I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago, or kidnapping a poor girl. I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster.
Okay. So how's it been? Oh, we've been doing good, GMX. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, we've been getting by. Start of the year's off to a pretty decent start. First blizzard of the fucking year. Pretty nice.
Woo!
Woo, kind of.
Yeah.
Woo. It's been but you know, other than that, yeah, we've been doing all right.
Yeah.
Out of the country, eh?
Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder.
Indeed.
You're up to bat, kitten. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile.
You bet. Somehow I have to tie her to this case.
Or maybe later I'll get a chance to play with that pussy.
No, sorry. Shouldn't. He keeps calling her kitten, and that's all I keep thinking of.
You know what? I'll let you take me out on a date next week. How's that sound?
We are going to get married next week.
Are they not still engaged at this point?
Say it's... I think it's somewhere between this case and, I think it's within a month of this case, they end up getting engaged, I think. The timeline is a little bit weird, but anyways.
Sitting in my hotel with their garbage internet and getting it from the king. Like the Burger King?
Or are you getting it from King from Tekken? If you're getting it from that dude,
If you're
man,
getting
good on you.
What if he's getting double-ended by both kings? I mean, I'd be sitting back there going, ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it.
That's McDonald's.
I know, he'd be watching.
Oh, God, no.
He's getting it from Elvis.
Okay, well, let's just get some information from this lady.
Listen, GMX, I gotta tell you, really a big fan.
Oh, Bowser at his castle. Okay.
Oh!
Understood.
So...
I get it.
What country were you living in then? We were all living abroad, but after my parents were killed...
It was a brutal civil war. She had to make her way back home alone.
Lost everything. Didn't even have any personal identification.
Oh, what kind of sob story is this? What do I do? Should I press her for details? Absolutely.
Witness, answer my question. I'll even repeat it for you. What country were you in?
Your Honor, this line of questioning is childish. What country she was in and how many languages she may speak are irrelevant here. What we're here to evaluate is whether this witness has any connection to this case.
I've lived abroad ever since I was a little girl. That's why I could never have known Mr. Falls or Detective Hawthorne.
Yes, I think we've established that point.
Ah, yes, indeed. Well then, shall we, what, okay.
Sorry,
what-
I accidentally clicked. I'm sorry.
Yes, please, Mr. Judge.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
You didn't know either person. Are you certain of that? Yes, I'm afraid I'm rather shy around people.
Oh, well, that can't be helped.
Why is he just agreeing with everything that comes out of her mouth?
The first time you saw either of them was when they were on a bridge, correct?
Yes, it really was a coincidence.
Is there anything that proves that she does know them? Unfortunately, no.
So what made you decide to go to Eagle Mountain anyway? I just love being outdoors. Picnics, hiking, you know, that sort of thing.
You don't look like much of a hiker to me, but you do look like a digger of sorts.
That's bigger. D-I-G-G-E-R, YouTube.
With a D. I swear to God.
D, YouTube.
You fuckers flagged me for that. I'm gonna be extra pissed at that point.
But Eagle Mountain is a 2-hour drive from here and no trains run through there. There are plenty of mountains that are closer and easier to get to. Well, I went there once with the college hiking club. I fell in love with its stark, desolate beauty and its cold yet romantic gloominess. Didn't know you were such a goth. By the way, what's the name of your college?
The prosecution objects to any questions that involve the witness's private life. All that matters is that she's a material witness to a crime. The witness doesn't need to respond to questions that are clearly malicious in intent.
Thank you. She's really gone too far.
Miss Faye, you're treading on thin ice here.
I hardly said anything. Talk about sensitive.
You get it? Because that thin ice thing is that's a Canadian joke.
Perhaps, but your behavior that day was very suspicious. Not only have you contradicted yourself here in court, but you know things you shouldn't. For example, the scratches on the trunk of the car. Well, that's...
Unfortunately, Miss Faye, your last statement proves nothing.
Oh, really? And why is that?
The witness came to the police station once to identify the suspect. It's entirely possible that at that time an officer showed her this photo.
Well, that seems like a rather serious mistake.
It's the oldest trick in the prosecutor's book.
That's not fair. That wicked inmate. I'll never be able to forget that horrible day. A grudge? Well, Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death.
Yes, and that's precisely why he harbored such a deep anger against her. So much anger that he forgot his own guilt.
My client has always maintained that he's innocent of those charges. He seems rather forgetful. Your client, I mean. Not only did he forget about what he did, but he forgot the poor policewoman as well. What do you mean by that? Your client. He forgot what the detective looked like, right? It's too bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well. Well, she's right about that. Mr. Falls is kind of forgetful. Wait a second. You said he forgot what the detective looked like. What did you mean by that? Well, he couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right?
Quite right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as identification.
Why, if I had been wearing a white scarf that day...
But hold on. Wait, she should know that.
Then he probably would have tried to kill me.
That's true. Oh, whoops. That's true. He's clearly a bitter man.
This is bad. Mr. Falls' reputation just keeps getting worse and worse. Honestly, it's deserved, but still. Sometimes best not spoke too deep. What should I do with that last statement?
Obviously, add to the testimony.
Your Honor, what the witness said just now was tremendously important. I'd like it added to the official testimony.
The prosecution has no objection. After all, the defendant is a killer and a mentally unbalanced one at that. That testimony only helps to further prove that point.
No, that's not why I...
Well, that's enough, witness, if you would.
My pleasure, Mr. Judge.
Oh, I'm all about it for your pleasure, my darling.
I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf.
But it's blue.
Witness, I want you to look at this photo you took. It's hard to see in the photo, but look at the scarf the victim wore as identification.
Oh, you're talking about this scar right here, eh?
Yes, that's it! The scarf the policewoman was wearing. I've got her now, just don't mess up. But that's strange. In your testimony, you stated the following. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf.
White?
This is the scarf you identified as belonging to the victim. But it certainly doesn't look white to me. Oh!
Well, it was foggy that day, and it was raining as well. It's it's not surprising that she mistook it for white.
Sorry, but not this time. The witness just confirmed that this was the victim's scarf.
Yes, but what's the significance? It's true that the scarf doesn't look white, but...
There's only one explanation for this mix-up. The reason why the witness thought the scarf was white is... this note. Witness, have you ever seen this note? No, no, never.
That's top secret evidence. There's no reason that you would have.
I wonder about that. What do you mean? This note shows Mr. Falls' instructions to the victim regarding their meeting. It says, wear white scarf for identification.
White scarf! Ugh!
Witness, you knew what this note said. And it's because you knew that you slipped up and mistakenly said white scarf. Well, Miss Foster.
I will never get tired of seeing her scream in fear. Order, order, damn it, order. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm waiting for an explanation. I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public.
And yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people that knew were quite limited. Terry Falls is one, the person who wrote the note, Valerie Hawthorne, is another, and finally, one more person.
Did you say one more person?
That's right. Person that no one would have suspected. Figured it out, kitten?
Yup. The third person that knew the contents of the note was... Dahlia Hawthorne. And that person is Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne. I never heard that name before. That portrait sure does look weirdly familiar.
Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. There's her name. Right there.
Wait, what's this? So who is this person? This Dahlia Hawthorne? Miss Faye must be desperate if she's trying to bring the dead back to life. The dead?
Don't try me, pretty boy. I can do it.
Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime 5 years ago.
Killed in a crime? Oh, you don't mean...
Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Falls.
Yeah, slug in chat. Bitch boy, I'm a spirit medium. I will show you bringing the dead back. Mia was to be the next master. I imagine she would have had some form of spiritual power. Like, I genuinely think Mia would have known how to channel
She
spirits
uses the Sharingan and turns Edward's insides out.
Seriously?
You said she was killed, but was she really?
What are you implying?
Of course, people thought she had died 5 years ago, when she fell off the Dusky Bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found.
She was declared legally dead 5 years ago! As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead.
But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she were still alive, she'd be 19 now. The perfect age for a female college student. Melissa Foster, I actually believe that's the same age you are. And you are also a female college student.
Even you couldn't miss Faye. You're not saying.
But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is, in fact, Ms. Dahlia Hawthorne.
What? What?
Nice work. That was like tossing a grenade into a 3-alarm fire. But unless you can tie all the loose ends together, you're nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist.
I understand. I can expose her true nature. I can turn this whole case on its head. Now is my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm.
Hold on. Witness, just who are you anyway? Stop playing with my heart.
I'm...
You totalic twat! I didn't think it'd come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness.
Yes. I understand.
Wait, what? Mr. Edgeworth, explain yourself. The plot was getting good.
Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue the matter this far.
You don't mean...
Yes, the prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Foolish fools only doing foolish things that a fool would foolishly do. Naturally, we conduct background checks on all of our witnesses.
What did he say?
Huh. Looks like the kid knew. He knew her true identity from the get-go.
No way, but then why?
If you hadn't revealed her secret, he wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony, so he made a little trade.
Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh, that music.
But, I thought she died 5 years ago.
Yes, we thought so as well, but, well, as you can see...
Why? Why did she hide her identity for 5 years?
That's nothing to do with the current case. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime.
Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute. For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of victim. And now we find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder.
Really, Miss Faye, I must say, your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost.
How dare you?
Please, let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, the girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. Uh-huh. But, even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious. Her big sister.
Gotta make him as rough around the edges as I fucking can, and I'm not sorry for it.
You shouldn't be sorry.
Miss Faye must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her.
What?
Yeah, you stick those things out there.
I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic. So nice that detective's down here so I can speak in my normal register. Miss Faye, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would this witness have for killing her beloved sister?
Well, you see, I thought I was winning, but somehow he's turned it around on me.
Huh. I think you need a little push in the right direction, kitten. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim.
That wasn't me. It was this guy, this crazy coffee addict.
I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man.
Huh. Makes you think they're empty, boy.
Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets.
I am sweating bullets.
You think you're in a tough spot, huh?
Of course! Aren't I?
No. You just arrived at the moment of truth, that's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you.
To me?
Oh, the rashness of youth. How charming.
This coming from someone younger than me?
Now then, let's not waste any more time, Miss Faye. What motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne? Is it that giant fucking $2 million gem in the right of your inventory?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. Could it be $2 million?
What is this? Is this the defense's idea of a joke?
If so, I certainly don't get the punchline. However, I do have some good zingers for you here. Ahem. If your municipality bus is a Zamboni, you might be Canadian. If you understand the LeBlanc Blue commercials, you might be Canadian. Nothing? If you can repeat the entire Molson's Canadian The Rant, you might be Canadian. If you can sing Old Canada in French and actually know what the words mean, you might be Canadian. If you think Peter Mansberg is sexy, you might be Canadian. If you know more than 3 guys named Gordon, you might be Canadian.
Stop, I'm begging.
If you know the names of all the guys in Sloan, you might be Canadian.
Oh my god.
If you actually watch the Gemini Awards, the Genie Awards, and the Juno Awards, you might be Canadian. If you know what Canuba is, you think it's pretty damn funny, you might be Canadian.
I am begging you.
If you pity people who haven't tasted a beaver tail, you might be Canadian.
Is that a thing? Is that actually a thing? Anyone who's Canadian, chat, I need you to validate, is that an actual thing? Do Canadians eat beaver tail? That sounds like a lie. That sounds like made up. That doesn't sound real.
If you go hiking in the woods and bring a portable TV so you don't miss the radio show of the hockey game you like, you might be Canadian.
Okay, that one's actually kind of believable, though.
If the trunk of your car doubles as a freezer, you might be Canadian.
I like the one that Wright just put in chat. If you love YYZ the song but hate YYZ the airport, you might be Canadian.
Anyways, do you like those, Miss Faye?
Oh, that was just terrible.
The rashness of you think, what do you mean terrible? What the fuck is your point of furthering such a stereotype?
Oh my god.
That witness stayed in for 5 years, kitten. Hold on, because I actually don't have the walkthrough up, so I'm just gonna wing this. Must be a good reason for that. Somehow it must involve Valerie Hawthorne.
One more time, Mia. Read the core record more carefully this time. What motive would she have? Oh! Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Can expose secrets. That's... that. The story starts after Terry Falls escaped. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time, the whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal to the world the whole truth.
The whole truth?
There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie, to keep her mouth shut permanently.
A terrific story, Miss Faye. If you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Miss Faye. What was the secret that was so important? Where's your evidence?
Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne and Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all.
Oh yes, I know the secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony.
What testimony?
Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we believe it will explain a lot of things, such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters.
Very well, I'll grant your request for further testimony. I know it'll be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my little maple leaf?
Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge. Putting on the old charm one more time, Dahlia?
Oh,
This will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles.
What wiles does she have? She barely even looks like a woman. I mean, from the neck down, at least.
Right?
5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls.
She got them Yahweh hands.
The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life. I'm sorry, my voice is just like going. I cannot go very high right now.
We only got 15 minutes left, Dano.
The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And we're to believe that after all of that, she murdered her sister? Preposterous!
Thank you there, Mr. Edgeworth. So, Miss Faye,
Yes, Your Honor.
as you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination.
Mr. Edgeworth got to jump on me again.
If we're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen up. We still got that info, that ace up our sleeve.
What info?
Come on, kitten. Don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged.
That's right, it was a fake kidnapping. Terry Falls told us that in the lobby.
I do anything she says! Anything Dahlia says!
What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by...
Yeah! Me and Dahlia! And Valerie too!
Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's her secret.
Okay, so there was a part way earlier that I was like, this is the answer, and it wasn't. It was this testimony that I was thinking of.
Ew.
Made the exchange, shot falls in the air. Tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. She would have hit bedrock if that were the case.
Yeah.
Whoa, that was almost.
Almost a Revo EMAG.
You say that Mr. Falls pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe. But it's true! I felt a push on my back! I'm certain of it! It was Mr. Falls! I'm so sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said that's hard to believe. I should have said that's impossible. Impossible? I ask that the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge, now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in these last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind, as you've claimed, instead of being carried away by the river, you would have been smashed by the bedrock below. Most certain death. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible.
Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago! Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been much higher back then.
But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference.
Ugh! You know, you're right. If the events occur just as the witnesses testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what's the meaning of this?
You see,
Just a moment, Your Honor.
Oh my god, he looks so pissed off right now.
It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge.
What do you mean?
After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Now, well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct?
Now that you mention it, I do remember now. When I fell off the bridge, my skirt got caught on one of the bridge's side wires. You can't be serious.
You're clearly lying. It's a rope bridge. Order in the court. I'll have Tim Hortons. It seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion. God damn it.
Not now, Mian. This is no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's assault.
What?
I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible.
Ridiculous! What is so impossible about it?
Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record. Bridge unchanged for 5 years. Look at how high up those wires are. That is really hard to push someone over.
Yeah.
Your Honor, all the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend up to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there. No!
But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over.
So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Falls had been shot in the right arm.
Ah!
And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range.
Ah!
So, Mr. Falls throwing the witness off the bridge? That is clearly impossible.
Ah! Order! Order! Whoops, God, I went through about 4 voices there. What's the meaning of this?
Dahlia Hawthorne, you jumped into the Eagle River intentionally.
What? What is this? What the fuck was that sound?
It's a lion roaring.
Indeed, what do you mean by such a ridiculous remark?
Yes, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
My sister was there to help me. She had her gun and handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping into a raging river like that would have been suicide. Perhaps, but still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current. But even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river.
Oh, then what was it? What was so important that she'd want to jump into the river and risk certain death?
The witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of the Eagle River. Oh, I think it's the diamond.
It's the diamond.
Hold on, because I forgot to save before.
Professional Twitch streamer Daniel Bandicoot stress scanning a walkthrough to make sure he doesn't accidentally fuck up when he has 5 minutes left of the stream.
Yes, that's correct.
5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up to the mountain with her, the $2 million diamond.
Ah! No, it can't be!
Yes, Dahlia had it all planned from the beginning. The $2 million. She was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping. At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack.
Oh.
Why, that's simply ridiculous! Order, bucket. Your Honor, 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old! Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan?
This woman is a demon, and there was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well? But she was a detective then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping.
Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder.
What do you mean by that?
On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister Dahlia, and then she told her what she was planning to do.
Planning to do? She was going to tell the whole truth as she wrote in her note?
That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill two birds with one stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
Okay. Well, my boner's dead. Who's that laughing at a time like this?
Forgive me. It's just hilarious.
Witness? Is that you?
You amuse me, woman. Ms. Mia Fey. You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally. You have the evidence to back it up, don't you? Evidence? Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. That at 14, I plotted it with Mr. Falls and my sister. Well, And one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence to at least show that.
Well, Miss Fey?
I don't know. What a joke. You, Ms. Fey. Are you stupid or something? How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
Well, it seems that we've come to the end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I'm forced to reject the assertions made by the defense.
Of course you are. Is this it? Is it really over? The girl has made a fool of me and there's nothing I can do about it.
Huh. Without evidence the trial is over? Who decided that?
Mr. Armando!
Come on now, kitten. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still testimony.
Testimony?
On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Falls' stolen car and then went to meet with him, disguised as her sister Valerie Hawthorne. What you think, right?
Yes, that's right.
In that case, there's only one answer, right? There's only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who's the one person who can testify to that demon woman's crimes? Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness.
A new witness.
Yes, we would like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls.
The defendant.
There's only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne, or whether it was in fact her younger sister Dahlia disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all, and that person is Terry Falls. By the way, this is the final testimony of the case.
So,
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, is that your take on this? Why not? The prosecution has no objection. Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand.
This is my last chance, Mr. Falls. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left.
Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes? Uh-huh. I don't believe it. No way! Dahlia died 5 years ago! Valerie betrayed me!
Mr. Falls, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive, and you were used for $2 million.
That's not true! Well, Mr. Falls, there is only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne or was it Dahlia Hawthorne? Dahlia! Dahlia, did you betray me? 5 years ago, she promised never ever betray each other.
Terry.
Dahlia! It's true! You are alive!
You don't trust me anymore? Oh, that makes me sad.
Tell the truth, the real truth! I believed in you!
I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know.
Oh!
But there's one thing I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry.
Dahlia! I will allow Mr. Falls to testify once and only once. Well then, Mr. Falls, yours will be the final testimony of this trial. Witness? Oh! Holy shit! I'm sorry. I apologize. Water, please! Water! I can't talk. Need water.
oh well, I guess it'll have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and bitterer than hell itself.
That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. It was in front of a bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on bridge. I watched my car from bridge. I never put nobody in the car. Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me. We talked, then she left. That was Valerie, not my Dahlia!
Well, this is an easy one.
Mr. Falls, you're covering for her. Do you think she would do the same for you?
That's enough, Miss Faye. His last statement was, wait, wow, I just totally lost his voice for some reason.
You got it. You can get it back. You got this.
His last statement was fitting to the end, fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial.
There we go. Jesus, that was
A
weird.
little more heroic.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done, Miss Faye. Please proceed with your cross-examination.
Is this how you want it to end, Mr. Falls? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence?
There's only one person who can stop it. You can. I think.
Well, he's not a very good liar, is he?
One woman came, she stood in front of me. But if we check the witness's photo, very clear that he was the second one to the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
So when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge. You're sure of that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You're sure, huh? Well, then I'm sure too, Mr. Falls. I'm sure that you're lying.
Oh, I would love to hear your rationale on this, Miss Faye. Jesus, just changing his voice randomly on the fucking current. I am tired, my guy.
Dude, same.
You want to know who arrived at the bridge first? Just look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right?
But that's the victim at the end of the bridge.
Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls, you must have arrived at the bridge after she died. Or after she did. Blech.
Jesus Christ.
Mr. Falls? Please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth.
I got there around 4 o'clock. It's true. I had somewhere to go. A special place.
Did you go to this special place before you went to the bridge or after?
Yeah, it's an old temple, 15 minutes from bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent our love.
A memento?
Oh, that's the word. 5 years ago, I hid it under the base of tree there. It's a special memory for me. This is it. This is what I went to get.
You remember that necklace, Ice?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. Hey, this little bottle there. There's a little bottle there on the necklace. Is that your memento? It's charming, but it kind of looks empty.
Sure does.
Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock. But he then left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes.
Ugh.
With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car.
No!
Ah, indeed. There certainly was enough time for it.
I've still got a chance. Mr. Falls, there's no mistaking it. Huh? Mr. Falls?
That's enough. Please.
Witness?
I promised her 5 years ago, if it ever happens that we can't trust each other no more, then we're supposed to drink bottle.
No, stop the trial!
Your Honor, we need a recess! I was stupid. Couldn't keep promise. So I did it. I drank this.
No, we are so close, just a little more. I was going to prove your innocence.
No, don't want that. Don't trust self. Maybe kill again. Kill sweet Dahlia again.
Mr. Falls!
Is Mr. Armando? Thanks for the coffee.
Mr. Falls! And so, my first trial ended. Suddenly and tragically. It ended with no winners, only losers. I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul, I thought it'd never heal. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. But one person, the true criminal Dahlia Hawthorne, she left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face.
Unforgivable. That witch.
Mr. Armando,
We were so close to the truth. It was right there in front of us. We're just a little too soft, kitten.
it's my fault. It's all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself.
Don't cry, kitten. I'm gonna make my coffee all salty.
I knew it. I knew I wasn't cut out for this.
Mia,
Oh, it's the leitmotif!
don't you get it? You can't cry yet.
Ooh.
The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over.
Mr. Armando.
This is Phoenix.
No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time. Then you file them away and you eventually forget them. One year later, in this very same courthouse, I, myself, got wrapped up in that case. Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect, angelic smile on her face. It was finally all over. At least, that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something's happened that's made me remember all of this.
And we'll find out next time.
Yeah, probably something to do with the fact that Phoenix is in a hospital room with a fucking IV connected to his arm.
He sure fucking is. Episode 5, Bridge to the Turnabout. One of my favorite fucking cases in this series.
No shit. Wait,
Also-
why was there a goddammit ice there?
Because you said the same thing Mike said at the exact same time he put it there. Oh, wait, is it
Oh.
not gonna let me? Oh, yeah, it's not gonna let me go back to the title screen. So let's just have a little preview real quick.
Sorry, I wasn't looking at chat.
Yeah. Chichisto. The treasured Korean village heirloom whose name means seven-branched sword. It is said that the sacred sword represents life itself. Though the branches may appear to be infinite, the choice is limitless. Like our destinies, the sword comes to but one end, one merciless point. And when the silver cord, the fragile thread that binds us to this world, is severed, the illusion is revealed, and the implacability of fate is finally laid bare. And that is where we'll start next time. And I'm gonna, since I'm going to replay that cutscene at the beginning of the next one. So there we go. Let's go to the credits. Let's see if it'll go. Perfect.
Yeah, let's see.
All right.
There we are.
So what'd you think of this case?
I adored it, honestly.
Yeah, it's insanely good.
I tried really hard to do a voice that would be like, "Tell me about the rabbits, George," without fucking.
I know, right? Also, hold on. I gotta fix this. The credits were fucked. Also, Zippy, I saw that cheeky $30 donation you snuck in there. Thank you. Say, that case sets up everything that is about to happen in the finale.
Got it.
And in case it wasn't obvious by that intro, this is the finale of the Fae clan. Their whole story that's been building for the past all 3 games.
Yeah, I could tell because of all of the fucking images of the phase going down. Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I'm not going to say more than that. Just this case is one of the best written cases in the entire series. Not by itself in a vacuum, because some people will say, it's not that good of a case. And I'm like, okay, in a vacuum, I can understand why people might say that, but the fact that it is the finale of the trilogy is what makes it so good. Anyways, let's see. No Leaf Clover is still streaming. What is he streaming over there? It's a... Oh, is that Legend of Zelda? Is that Wind Waker that he's playing, or which one?
Yep.
He is playing Wind Waker. I love that. Okay, so let me get this set up. No Leaf Clover. But yes. And what's gonna be nice is when we finally finish this, we'll be able to jump right into Apollo Justice. Woo!
Oh, nice.
Also,
Well,
I
there
just
you go.
fucking realized, Ice, this whole time something's felt off. I forgot to change the PNG tubers to the attorney ones.
That's what you missed. Got it.
Everything felt so off, and I was like, what feels off? Oh, well, I'll
Yeah.
remember next time. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I know,
Professional
Brad.
Twitch stream-
Professional
yeah.
Twitch streamer Daniel Bandicoot ruining it for everyone.
Mm-hmm. That's how it goes. That's how it
Anyways, take care, guys. Send Leaf our love.
goes.
See you
Yep,
guys
drive safe-
later.
Drive safely, folks.